Alright guys, so I'm gonna be doing what if Deku did One Punch Man's training, or Saitama's training, whatever you wanna call him. Alright, so Deku's so quirkless and everything still goes to the same up until he's 12. I'm gonna say a villain's actually attacking this day. And this villain has a strength quirk. As you know, it looks like... No, it has a strength quirk. And it's basically suffocating Azuku real bad and all that. And this is going on for hours and hours. The heroes are trying to defeat this villain. And I don't know if All Might was back in Japan yet, but they're like, how are we gonna defeat this freaking villain? And then All Might comes and he just punches it. He punches it. And it's a real hard fight for All Might because the villain is strong. It's not as strong as Awful Man, but it's pretty up. So yeah, All Might defeats it. And after this, I'm gonna say Deku asks All Might if he can be a hero without a quirk. And All Might says no, he says the same thing as in the anime. And Deku's 12 in this, and I'm gonna say, and Deku walks home, and he's real upset, and he's basically depressed for the next month, until a villain comes. And basically, the villain's gonna be like the villain Saitama had to defeat in One Punch Man, the crab one. And Deku's fighting against it, and he's losing, and then a spark lights into him, and he starts speeding up that crab thing. And he's like, I'll never be defenseless after this. From now on, I will train. And basically, he starts training for the next 3 years. He does martial arts. He does all Saitama's training. He does the 100 push-ups, the 100 sit-ups, the 100 squats and 100 pull-ups, I think. And the 10 kilometer run, and he fights a villain every day. Even though he's not supposed to, so he just wears a mask. But now Deku's bald, and some people call him Body, some people call him Deku. So yeah, and he tore all my stuff off his wall and all that. And Deku's gonna be really nonchalant in this. He'll be like, whatever. So yeah, and I'm gonna say after a year Deku can. Actually, no. After a year, Deku can beat most people. Actually, no, he can beat all the villains with a little bit of difficulty, but he'll beat them. When he hits year 2, he's One Punch Man of My Hero Academia, but he didn't reach Saitama's level. But he's the One Punch Man of My Hero Academia. He can defeat all the villains with one punch. And on year 3, he reaches Saitama's level. And he really wants a good fight, and he's a hero for fun in this. So yeah. I'm gonna have Deku have a harem in this. He's most likely going to end up with my girl Ochako. Cringe. But yeah. So and I'm gonna say Bakugo. On the first year of Deku's training, he tries to fight as you know, on the second year of Deku's training, Bakugo tries to fight Deku, but Deku he says, let's go somewhere where there's literally like no buildings around and you can bring your friends around, but they have to stay behind us when we fight. Because Deku knows what he's capable of. So, everyone follows to see Bakugo and Deku fight. And everyone's like, Deku's about to get his butt kicked. And basically, Bakugo is throwing all these explosions at Deku and all that, and Deku's just sitting there, basically what's his name? Saitama versus Genos. Saitama's basically, everyone's gonna be stronger in this, but Saitama's still gonna be one punching everyone. Usually I would be like, oh, I don't want people to be too overpowered. I would nerf them and all that, but in this will be fun because I don't know why the premise of One Punch Man is so good for some reason. In the fight, Saitama has some good fights, but I think the reason of One Punch Man is to see everyone else grow, and that's basically going to be what this story is. And oh yeah, and this Saitama's Izuku's backstory is going to be a little bit. I'm going to change this backstory a little bit though, even though it's mostly going to be the same. Deku's dad actually left him. He said deadbeat, because of his quirk, and I'm gonna say his mom. She's not like as fluffy-dubby as she is in the anime, but she'll actually apologize later on, since Izuku's so strong now, and she feels guilty either way. But yeah, Deku, after Bakugo's tired, Deku throws one punch, and Bakugo feels all this wind, and basically, you know, the skin when all the wind and all, you know that animation. I'll be right back. But yeah, basically, everyone's shocked when they look behind Bakugo, and Bakugo's just flies. And everyone's like, what the hell? And Bakugo's just like, this damn nerd! What the fuck? You've been hiding your quirk all these years? And he's like, no. I haven't been hiding my quirk. I'm quirkless. I just trained you. And most people are going to think Deku's lying about not having a quirk in the series. Like, what? Like, imagine if you lived in My Hero Academia, and then some person that had One Punch Man training, and who did One Punch Man training, who didn't actually have a quirk, said, oh, I don't have a quirk. You would think they was lying too. So, excuse me. So yeah, back to present. No one calls Deku no more. I'm gonna still call him Deku. Most people call him Body. The only one who still calls him Deku is Kachan. And Kachan's been training hard. When I say he's gonna be stronger, everyone's gonna be stronger. Oh, and shout out to Kid Zeus. Go to his channel. I know a few other people have done this, but I mostly got inspiration off of him. especially from Bakugo, because Bakugo's basically going to be generous in this. But what's it called? I got it a little bit off the Bakugo idea from Kid Zeus, but I'm not gonna have him like Kid Zeus has him. Bakugo's not gonna be able to fire like plasmas from this, but I'm gonna say he'll get one for all, and one for all since will like improve his explosions. And one for all will be like a really stronger one for all, stronger than cannon. And basically, I'm gonna say Araka. I'll tell y'all when we to the first day of school, or when we meet everyone. All right. So present day. Kachan calls Deku, and sometimes he calls him bald, cause Deku is bald, and some people don't find that attractive. But I'm gonna say Bakugo respects Deku a lot. Actually, no, I'm gonna have him call him Azuki. No, I'm gonna, when they start you, I'll have him call him Azuki. Because Bakugo doesn't want to admit it, but he respects Deku a lot. When I mean a lot, I mean a lot. I'm gonna say he respects him just as much as he... No, I'm gonna say he respects him a little bit less than All Might, but once they get to UA and see how strong Deku is, he's... I'm gonna say the whole class, and possibly the whole school, and possibly the whole world, and most likely the multiverse, because there are aliens in this sense. I'm gonna have to put One Punch Man villains in this, cause he'll basically be gonna be dead. Like, he's gonna be buying villains. He's gonna have Shigaraki Shuck. He's gonna have All From One Shuck. He's gonna have all the villains Shuck. And like, how the hell are we supposed to beat this kid? Like, imagine, yeah, we have a chance against All Might, but and then next thing you know, Azuku comes out of nowhere like, oh, I one punch everything. Ah, like that's not, this kid's the ultimate cheat code. He's gonna be giving villains a real hard time. But basically, Deku, he walks home and he takes the same route. And once the Sludge villain comes out, it's about to attack Deku. He's like, I'm gonna take your body, kid. And then Deku's like staring at the Sludge villain nonchalant, like like One Punch Man does. And then when the Sludge villain gets near him, he punches the Sludge villain, and the Sludge villain goes everywhere. And he was like, oh shit, I overdid it. And it actually, he has to use 0.01% of his power. Because he could end up destroying the city. And and with Araka, she's gonna awaken her quirk. I'm really fucking random. But yeah. Azuku one punches it, and the Sludge villain goes everywhere. He's like, shit! And once All Might comes, he's like, kid, where'd the Sludge villain go? He said, Deku said, oh, I beat it. He says, kid, you just beat it, the Sludge villain? What's your quirk? He said, oh, I'm quirkless. He says, kid, you don't have to lie to me. he says, I really am crookless. And All Might's a little bit upset, so he just gets the sludge and jumps off. And Deku is just going, oh no, no. I did that All Might action bad. When when All Might comes, I'm gonna say he reminds he says, "Oh kid, you defeated the sludge villain," and Deku's a little bit upset because All Might doesn't remember him. So Deku just sees and says, I don't like this dude at all," and they're what's it called? Their relationship is going to be a lot more different than in canon. Deku's not going to like All Might because of what he said to him, and he's like, that kid's really weird. And All Might jumps off, and he's singing about that kid like, did I do something bad? Oh my, he's singing off it. It clicks to him. He was like, that's that kid. No, I'm gonna say that. But he's singing off something like, did I do something wrong? And then while he's singing off it, the sludge villain drops out. And Deku's already home, so he won't be getting one for on this. But when the sludge villain gets Bakugo, he somehow manages to get free of the sludge villain, and then All Might comes in and smashes it. And when Bakugo, All Might says, young man, you have inspired me. You too can be a hero. He's basically giving Bakugo the inspirational speech, and Bakugo's not crying in this, and he wants Bakugo to inherit his quirk. But don't worry, guys. Kashan's not going to be strong as Deku. He's going to be a little bit stronger than Genos in this, though. Alright. And Deku's training for the... No, he's not training for the next 2 months since he's already... He's just simply studying in books and all that. He does some training just to stay in shape. But I'm going to say, even if Izuku gets fat, I don't know how this will work, but he still has his power. So yeah. Next video, the entrance. I'm gonna get some Z's.